Okay, well, I am extremely intrigued. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Shut up, cats! Bloody bastards. Let me close the door. Welcome to Amagi Brilliant Park, Episode 1, First Impression and Review. Good lord, I was not expecting something like this. I mean, it's no... it's not on the surprise scale as Giraisai, or however you say it, if you have seen that, but it did give me that surprise factor, and I suppose it's good enough. Now, what I mean by that is I expected going into this another Rail War, and while Rail Wars was good for the most part, I mean, I enjoyed the story. I mean, it was interesting. But you know, like the fan shift, like, you know, oh good lord, yeah. But this, I was expecting, I'm sure this was a. Hold on, I'm sure this was a harem. I mean, hold on, fall. No, anime. Anime fall 2014. I'm sure this was a harem or something along those lines. I mean, I could be mistaken. I mean, let me double check now if you're fucking Lord. Oh yeah, you take time to load when I want you. No, actually, that's very rare. Let me pause video. Well, I might as well use Wikipedia. I mean, like, it does tell genres. Romantic comedy, I got that vibe, and science fantasy. I swear it said harem. I must be wrong because there's a lot of harems this season. Anyway, that aside, I mean, yeah, it gives me that Rail Wars vibe as far as story goes, but obviously I thought Rail Wars was about trains, but well, I thought it would be about trains, but technically it was, but at the same time it wasn't. Yeah. Plot! Well, the actual plot was good, like, you know, like that plot. But that aside, I can see that this is actually going to focus on what the anime is, you know? So, yeah. The episode started off very comical, I must say. Isuzu, I think her name was, like, just had musket at Kayen's head. I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but yeah, that's the closest thing I could remember. Had gun at Kayen's head, and she was just like asking it on a date, and I was like, oh god, this is a Tsunda, isn't it? And like, oh good lord, could be wrong, could be a Yanda, but so far I haven't seen anyone, you know, flirting with him. Apart from, well, she wasn't technically flirting, but still, like, he was just like, why are you pointing a gun at me? And she's just like, we're going on a date, and then he's just like, okay, why are you pointing a gun at me? To stop me from running away, and then just saying all this stuff, like, so if I run, you kill me, and then she's just like, precisely. So yeah, I like her, she's good in my books. Just don't point that gun at me. But still, very interesting though, like, what you would expect normal, like, you know, when Kaien was loving himself, and then like, I forgot her name, Yenzu. I know that's the right name, but still, Musket Girl, like, just came out of the shop after he was admiring himself, said he was going to Amagi Park, and then he's just like, I don't want to go. And then she just pulls the gun out from the skirt, and then he's just like, asks, like, where did you get that from? And then I'm just like, don't question it, old boy. I mean, like, don't question it. I mean, like, a lot of stuff comes out of, like, you know, random places where we least expect it. Like, just act like it's normal. But even though it isn't normal, it is normal at the same time. I mean, like, it's magic. She's using magic. Her skirt is a holder for her fucking muskets. I mean, I'm assuming. I mean, anyway, the magic, like, you know, aside first. I mean, like, went to Amagi Park. I mean, it was dull and boring, but I suppose that the main cause of that is, like, the bus station not changing the stop from the Love Hotel to the actual park. Because, like, he was going to get off, and then, like, it was just like, it's a Love Hotel. It's just like, what? It's a common mistake. And her knowledge was, like, no, at the park was, like, very informative. And I did see the opening accidentally. I mean, it's normally never shown on an episode 1. But, I mean, even if I didn't see the episode 1, the opening, it would have been bloody obvious that she was a part of the park in some fashion. Anyway, I can't believe those fucking rides weren't maintenance. I mean, a surprise kind went on, like, you know, the roller coaster. I didn't have that worry. So yeah, they went to like a number of different areas, but they didn't actually go in for most of them. I mean, like Ienza was acting like a tour guide at the end. Yeah, Ienza was acting like a tour guide, and Kanie was just like, I say this is very bleak. They're like, you know, this isn't dreamy at all. And then they get to like this shootout range with the mice, and then find out I asked he killed them afterwards, and then he's just like, that's pretty dark. And then like they have to take their picture, well, not with, but have their picture taken by Mizul, I think its name was. And then they just get into like a little scuffle, him and Kaya, and then she's just like, I got the picture I came for. And then it's just like Mizul, just knee him in the stomach. Or bollocks, I don't really know. Anyway, after that, yeah, the roller coaster, and then like, you know, those two were like eating, and well, you know, Kyan was like venting his anger on the park, and I must admit, like, what he's saying was true. I mean, like, this is all basically half-assed. I mean, like, even if like your park isn't being isn't at the same destination as the bus stop, you should advertise it properly regardless. I mean, like, you gotta, like, if you're sending flyers out, like, change the location. Like, instead of it being that stop is that stop. If they take a bus station, they take a bus, like, you know. I mean, come on. I mean, like, it's common knowledge to do something like that, and at least keep the park up to snuff. I mean, like, if you can't maintenance the rides because of the money, well, then again, if no, I mean, if those workers are from the magical lands, then it doesn't really matter. Oh, and my elements have been turned into pretty little girls, but where's the lightning element? Come on, don't single out, don't discriminate on lightning. I mean, like, you know, come on. But that water girl, I feel so sorry for her. She's so lively, and then like there's just no one there. And Kai was right, that was just painful to watch. I mean, like, with all the energy for Nern and the energy slowly dissipating, I was just like, oh god, please let there be at least a good number of people there. But there was only two, and one was a fucking sleep. So yeah, back to the Kyan venting his frustration on the park. We find out that he was an actor, like a stage kid for, excuse me, the park itself, and he retired 5 years ago. Oh yeah, and we've also found out that Jens was a stalker. I must admit, I'm quite surprised by that. But yeah, you saying all these nice things and then just saying, like, basically to sum him all up, while he's good, he's basically a loner. Poor Kyan! I mean, like, you have all that good stuff and you're alone. I mean, I have none of that stuff. I'm a waste of human flesh. Anyway, eats those quartets thing, and then he's just like, Jens was just like, oh, do you want to meet the person I made them? And then, like, it's the manager, and I was expecting it to be like, you know, a man. But no, it was like a little pretty girl, and then, you know, while she was saying all this stuff, I must admit, even though it is believable, I was just saying at the back of my mind, okay, girl, come on, you need proof, like, show something. And then, when she nodded her head to Ienzo, I was expecting Ienzo to get something, but then when she was walking up to him, and I was just like, she's gonna kiss him, isn't she? She's gonna kiss that boy. And then she did. And I was just like, oh, God. And then, like, you know, a little flashback happened. I mean, like, the princess was, like, on the floor crying, and then there was just this man overhead. And then Kyan looked like he was about to defend her, but defend from what? I mean, that's what I'm worried about. I mean, it could be something dark. I mean, at the same time, it couldn't. I don't know, but I am slightly worried. And then he wakes up, and then he goes to the bathroom, and we see the booty of Ienzo. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty. So yeah, I was quite surprised by that. I was expecting him to think it was a dream, but no, Ienzo's naked ass body woke him up, and I must admit, it did wake me up. I mean, I am tired a little bit, and I was just like, whoa, okay. Like, we're moving fast in our relationship, Ienzo. I mean, I know you're the lifeless Tassoon girl, but I didn't expect to see something like that already. I didn't expect to see it at all, to be honest, but, you know, live and learn. It was a nice side, even if it was at the back. And then he goes to his sister, like, and then he can read her mind. I mean, like, that was the magic that was bestowed upon her. And then, like, you know, like, Ienzu was, like, a little bit worried, and then, like, her magnificent breasts were covered. I mean, don't cover them, like, show them for the world. I mean, come on, girl, come on. Like, the pervert inside me. I didn't say that for Ria's girl, but I'll say it for her. Yes, lifeless characters go a long way, mainly the women. I mean, if it's a male, I mean, like, it's just, like, you know, something for me to adapt to. More so when you're, like, you know, they're lonely. Yeah. Anyway, that aside, and Mienzu's magnificent body aside, oh yeah, I missed out the main thing as well. The princess asked for Kanie to be the manager of the park, and they need like 250,000 people, or 2,500. I think it's 250,000 people to attend the park. Otherwise, in 3 months, they lose their homeland. I mean, everyone there is like a resident of the magical land, even Mizul, if I'm saying his name right. So yeah, and then like, you know, back to, like, you know, the house part, like, gun in face. So yeah, this was a very intriguing start. I mean, like with Garashi, I was expecting something, but got something entirely different. But I suppose that one is more like that. Yeah, I know, I'm comparing stuff. But yeah, I hope that this isn't the rail wars of the fall season. I mean, it does seem promising. I mean, like, I suppose you can say the only bit of fan service was like Yenzu's, like, you know. No, like the typical drama where someone that opens a door without anyone knowing there'd be anyone in there. So yeah, that shouldn't really be called fan service. That's like a typical cliche. So yeah, that aside, very interesting episode. The series itself does seem promising. So yeah, I will be reviewing this, but if it does, like, go into a Rail Wars type, I will stop reviewing it and then go in and then just watch it on myself. I mean, I won't drop a series. Oh, I tell a lie, I did drop. No, I didn't. I lied to myself. I didn't drop School Days. I should have. Anyway, it was a good start. Very interesting. I mean, like, I have high hopes for it, but at the same time, I'm not expecting much. I mean, the story itself and the concept does seem interesting. So yeah, I hope episode 2. Well, actually, like, this episode was not exciting, but, like, you know, good. I just hope that no, I think episode 2 will have, like, you know, Cayenne wanting to become a member of the park, no, a manager, and then, like, you know, Ienzu will just, like, have gun in face and be like, you're gonna go, and I'd be like, okay, you want me to be the manager? Fine. Strip down naked and then we'll talk. I'm sorry. But all in all, I enjoyed it. I will be reviewing it. So yeah, that was Amagi Brilliant Park. See you for episode 2.